Guess who learned to take videos from the telephone and put them onto the computer? That's right, this guy right here. So, time for a video. This is a technique that I developed recently. After 5 years of teaching paramotor, I'm always looking for ways to improve teaching methods, which are different than flying methods. Thrust management on the ground is something that I say we as in me and many other instructors that I'm aware of. We get the student to lay on the power and just lean back into it. You know, get used to the way it feels. It's also a great way to get some free leaf blowing out of the students. So it's a twofer here. You know, blow the leaves, get them tuned up, but there's a better way. But what I started doing is making them do an exercise where they mimic the forward launch. And if they do enough of them and get comfortable enough with it, they tend to do much better with the initial launches because they practiced this move. Just standing there with the power on is great and dandy. It's worked for years, but when you're mimicking a launch and then when you go out there to do the launch, your brain has gone through the process a few times. Now, every other school in the country may do this already. I don't know, but this is something that I come up with. It works well, and I wanted to share it. So what we got here is yours truly, the phone. So here we are, yours truly demonstrating a perfect launch technique. Warm the motor, bring the wing up, hit the gas, lean back, check the wing, look forward. That's it. And then a professionally executed blow your friend's wing bag away, and off I go. But the part we really want to focus on is just this right here. The spot where you warm the motor, bring the wing up, lean back, and hit the gas. And I find, oh, Lord help me. My observation is that most of your brand new green pilots that are trying out their first launches ever, this is where they often have their first fumbles, is a crappy coordination with your power application and your lean back. If we teach them to get on the power and lean back and coordinate that move over and over again until it's just dialed in, I think that's going to be the key. I may be missing something, but I'm fixing to start incorporating that with all my new students and getting them to make that move consistently. And then when we hook the wing to them, it all should meld together much better as far as coordinating the motor, the posture, and the timing of the power application. Now, this is going to make it work even better on a nil wind situation. You know, the lighter the wind, the more important it's going to be to get into that power quickly, maintain a good throttle manipulation. For lighter pilots, full power may not even be the answer. Let me show an example of the most recent pilot that has practiced this technique. Now, this is his first time to practice this technique ever. And so he did a couple lean backs and he ultimately made good launch after we did this. And again, no judgment here, but this is his first time on a Moster. He's a little on the lighter side, below 200 pounds, but you can see how he's trying to buck forward and bend at the waist. This is very, very common. After we worked on it a smidge, he was able to do even better. He's doing the exercise, feeling it out, leaning back a little better. Finally, oh, he's feeling it now. He's feeling it now. Woohoo! And then ultimately he found a little bit of stability and did a bunch more of these on his own without me video and everything. These were just to show him his errors. Now this one is me demonstrating the technique that he's going to work on off camera. So he did a lot of these that I didn't film, but check this out. This is me going for it here. And as you may well know and can see clearly in this video, not bending at the hips and pushing that pecker out in front and leaning back into the thrust of that motor is crucial to finding that circus trick balance that you're looking for. So that's what I got for you. Again, just a new technique, a new teaching technique that I sort of just came up with on the fly. I was watching a student and he was just leaning back and kind of feeling the motor out, which is where you should start. But this is kind of a progression of that. Start your students out just leaning into the thrust and seeing what that feels like. But then you should pretty quickly go to the coordination of the throttle application and the lean back and sort of mimicking a forward launch. I believe that this technique is going to make for much more successful first launch attempts with new student without the power bobbles that I see so often. And maybe the reason that I'm seeing them so often is because I'm not teaching it, or I haven't been teaching it exactly like this. We talk about it. I explain to them the errors in the heat of the moment, but having this sort of thing dialed in, such as I was demonstrating, I think it's going to be key. And again, I want you guys to succeed. I hate to see people fail, especially if it means like a busted prop or something, and messing up their first launch attempts. If you can get the first ones to go off without a hitch, the rest of the flights are typically much more easier to do. But I'm going to cut it off here. Sorry it's not super long. I don't have any video of the student actually doing the launch. I was busy teaching, hard to video. Hope you like that. Hope you learned something. And again, if you use a different technique, please share it in the comments below. I would love to know how other teachers are instructing students to do this sport. I find that in the schools that I have observed personally, it's wide and varying sort of the way it goes. And I retrain a lot of students from a lot of schools. And I'm sure they're not telling me all of it, and I wasn't there, but they're telling me that there's a lot of lacking out there, you instructors that are not doing your jobs appropriately. I'm calling you out. Do the job right, take it seriously, and get these students on the road to success. In the sky, that doesn't make any sense. We're not using roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. So, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all real soon in the next one. Much love, y'all. Kyle out.
Just like that.
Yeah, it's that simple. It's just that simple.